What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It is Monday, August 27th, 3:02 p.m., an hour before the market closes. I didn't make a video. I went on a live stream earlier today of the stocks I was keeping an eye on, and that was TIS, IGC. Let me pull it up here. IGC, which is went on just a little nice run here. It was hanging around this dollar area and then just slowly started grinding up during lunch hours and then just got momentum and made a new high and went up to $1.30 and just pulled back right here. And then TIS, just during lunch hours, it just didn't hold and it just slowly died off. But what I want to talk to you guys about is ATAI. Now this morning, this went crazy from 85 cents up to $1.93, got halted twice along the way. So I was keeping an eye on this during lunch hours as it was just consolidating right here along this $1.50 to $1.64 level. So I was watching this really close. I literally was watching this the whole time, keeping an eye on the times and sales, the bids. It wasn't moving much at all. Then out of nowhere, it started to get a pop up from, it broke this resistance here at $1.63 and topped up to a high of $1.75. I got in on this and I traded this. I don't think there's a way to show I wanted to show my trades on this. I can't find it. I know there's a way you can add your trades on here with an arrow. I'll show you guys the P&L. But this popped up over this resistance. Remember what I said before. The third touch is when it normally breaks out. It doesn't always break out, but most of the time it does. You got a touch here, it breaks out. Then it comes up to $1.75 right here. Draw a resistance line on that. And then it was in this range from $1.75 to $1.63. There was big sellers here on the ask. I'm talking 8,000, 13,000, 10,000, and they were all lined up big. And the bid side was very thin. And I was just keeping an eye on this, and it was holding its gains for some odd reason. With those big sellers posted up there, and the bid side very thin, this wasn't dropping hard or anything or making any big moves. It was just gradually going up a little bit, gradually going down a little bit. You would see a bunch of sell orders come through, but it wasn't selling off, which I thought was odd. So I kept an eye on this. When this popped up above this right here, I should have known a little better. It's right in the middle of lunch hours at 12:40. It's not going to have volume, and I got suckered in on this. And I got filled right here at $1.75, the top, with 950 shares. Comes back down. It did panic a little bit and drop down here to $1.55, but I felt very comfortable holding on to this as there was no really dramatic moves going in on this. It was getting tighter and tighter, and I just had a feeling that something was going to happen with this. I know you could say you're full of it, Dave. You know, it's how can you have that feeling that it's going to do something? I just had that feeling. I really did. And then I was holding on through it throughout all of this. So I got in here at 12:40. It didn't start moving until 2:20. So I was holding on to this for how long? 12:40, about an hour and 40 minutes before this even did anything. It finally broke through this resistance here at $1.75. And it was weird too. There was, like I said, that 10,000, 13,000, 8,000 seller. I kept telling myself, Dave, you got to get out. Get out. There's huge sellers on the ask. It's not going to go anywhere. But I kept holding on to it. And then out of nowhere, a huge 53,000 share buyer popped on the ask, and that's when it popped up over this. I didn't see it come through here on the times and sales, and it even took a moment too. When it broke this $1.75, it popped up to $1.81, and then it pulled back down to $1.65 real fast, and then back up, and then started moving its way back on up. At $1.90 right here, I sold half. I bought 950 shares. I sold half, 475 shares here at $1.90, just to lock something in. And then I tested the rest here at $2. It was coming up to $2, $2, $2, $1.99, $1.98. It kept coming to that, and the times and sales was just zooming with buy orders. But this is a higher float stock. The float on this is 28 million. I said, oh, come on. I had my last half of my shares. I just wanted to hold it and see if this would break $2, and it did. And when it broke $2, I knew when it would break $2, it would surge up. I've seen it countless times. That's why I say mental support and resistance levels are keys. I love buying at the approach of a whole dollar break, because when a stock normally breaks a whole dollar, it's going to surge over that whole dollar, run up to $1, let's say $1.15, $1.25, and then pull back. And that's what this did. It surged over $2, ran up to $2.16, and it got halted. And I was still holding on to it. I didn't sell it. It was halted for a volatility halt for 5 minutes. This opens up at 225. When it opens at 225, it drops down to 217, 218. That's when I sold my last half right there. And then it pops up to 230, and then it tanks. Or though it starts dropping again, and then it gets halted again with downward momentum. Opens back up. I'm not sure where it opened back up, but it bounced off of $1.95, $2, and now look at it, it's making its way back on up. A great opportunity dip buy right there. This stock was the hot one today, ATAI, and just before this was breaking out, IGC was heating up, and I was telling myself, wow, I was keeping a really, really close eye on this morning. And I wanted it to, if you can see my trend lines here, it was making higher lows, and I was looking for it to come back up and break the high of day right here. But then it just fell off, and it hung around $1, which is a great support area. Literally came down here, made support at 98 cents, came up to $1.20, came back down, bounced right off of $1 again, started grinding its way on up. Made a high at $1.30. Great stock today. IGC. I'd say this has to be the top 2 stocks today. IGC and ATAI. And like I just pulled away from ATAI. ATAI looks like it's still, going. There's still 50 minutes left in the market. And let me pull over my I don't have my account number on here, I believe. No, I don't. But here's my realized P&L. I sold 475 for a 10-cent profit of $50. And then I sold my other 475 for a profit of $206, which equals out to $255. Right here, bought by 950 shares. I got in at $1.74, and then I sold 475 at $1.85, and then I sold my last half at $2.19. That's what I got out at. A nice $255 gain for the day. I'm happy. I'll take it. It's my very first trade with Charles Schwab and the Street Smart Edge trading platform. So I'm just excited it's green, and It's been over a week and a half since I've traded because I took a whole week off. So with that trade, I'm back, team. I'm back. Let's get it. I'm ready to go. And this is what we need. We need stocks like this to take off, make new highs, to bring volume back into the market. And it just goes to show patience pays. That's what I did. I was patient. I let this morning spike happen. I was patient. I waited and I watched it. Waited, waited, waited. I did get in early on this because I thought that this would have been it, but I should have known better. It's right in the middle of lunch hours, 12:30. There's going to be really no buying volume, but you just never know. I thought momentum was just going to come right back into this and start going, and it didn't. It literally stopped right where I bought in and then pulled back just a little bit and started consolidating. And then out of nowhere, it just started taking off and exploding. Great play today. I'll take the $255 profit. They came out with great news today with Mexico and Canada with a trade deal or something and bringing more work into the United States. That's a quick little trade recap for you guys. ATAI made 255 bucks on. IGC would have been a great play today. I was really liking IGC this morning as it was coming up for the dollar breakout. And I normally don't play higher float stocks, and that's been to seem the kind of the trend lately. Is these higher float stocks have just been going on really great runs. You got this one. What was the other one that recently did? GERN was recently another one. It is a little higher priced, but the float is higher on it. And Friday, you can clearly see right there. Let me go over to it. This just got really great momentum, and it took off that morning. And then it was in a range for the rest of the day, going from 444 up to 580. Great opportunity. And you normally don't see moves like that on a higher float. If out of nowhere you see a higher float penny stock take a rip like that, that could have started a trend. And look what happened. We got a higher float ATAI going on a nice little rip and run. And you also got IGC, a higher float penny stock, going on a nice rip and run. IGC has been in play for a few days now. Let me bring this over. Going from 40 cents pretty much up to $1.30. Blowing through the 50-day, the 200-day, and just going and going and going. Now, this is a little overextended now, I believe. I wouldn't want to chase something like that. It's just up way too much. Great opportunity in the markets. If you just keep looking at charts, doing it over and over again, and developing a habit, and you'll start to notice good charts from bad charts. That's what it's all about, putting the time in, dedicating your time to this. You gotta put your screen time in. You really do. Now look at IGC. It's starting to U-shape back up and it's wanting to break out again. Even ATAI is still breaking out. So I could have held on to this and still would have still be making profit. But I like to take my profit off the table when I have it. I don't like to get greedy. I don't want to push the envelope too far because that can burn you at times. But I just want to make a quick little recap for you guys to start the week off. Money Monday, 255 bucks in the bank. Woo! Let's go, team. Study. Have patience. Have that discipline. Wait for your setups. All right, later.